Good morning, student. Now, in the continuation of the accounting principle, that is gap, some more concepts we will discuss over here. In the previous class, you've already explained these concepts, certain concepts are there. So, further, as the condition of the concepts, the further concepts are cost concept, which is called historical cost concept. Historical here mean, and the historical mean ऐतिहासिक जो पुराना हो चुका. Historical cost here means तो the assets which were acquired by the business at the some cost which was taken into the books of accounts should appear at the same cost. That is called historical cost. Do not मैच विथ मार्केट प्राइस, यानी कि जिस प्राइस पर आपने परचेज किया है उसी प्राइस पर बुक्स में लिखे जाएंगे. सपोज मशीनरी वॉज परचेज फॉर 2 lakhs and the expenses paid to bring it up to destination and to installation 20,000. Total cost become 2,20,000. That should appear in the books 2,20,000. Suppose when you brought it the same day, the price of that machinery being enhanced or increased from 2 lakh to 250. It's the new market price. Don't write in the books at 250. Don't match with the market price. We have to write only that cost which you have got, at which you have got. उसी कॉस्ट पर आपको शो करने पड़ेंगे. दैट इज कॉल्ड हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट. एवरी फिक्स्ड एसेट्स हैविंग इट्स एस्टिमेटेड लाइफ, and with the passage of time or with the continuous use of that asset, the life of the assets reduces. That reduction in the value is called depreciation. The next year, after charging that depreciation from the previous cost, whatever cost remain, that will appear in the books. That is called historical cost concept. So in order to maintain the value of the asset in the books of account should be presented at the cost at which it was required. That is called historical cost concept. Now, accrual concept, it is most important aspect nowadays, or previously it was also. Earlier when the business was started, at that time the business enterprises were dealing in the only for cash. At that period there was no credit transactions. But with the growth of civilization, with the market practices, so many changes took place, and then and the competition in the market raised. In that case, the business enterprises started to supply the goods on credit. उधार बेचने लगे. Why? In order to increase the sales volume. Likewise, if some services were rendered or some services were received, to make the payment or to receive the payments against that services that is not paid or received at the same time when it is rendered, sometimes it take more time. सिंपली जैसे आपके यहाँ कोई नौकरी करता है, उसका 30 तारीख को समय मिलना चाहिए सैलरी, आप 1 हफ्ते बाद देते हो, तो क्या किया आपने, उतने डेट का आपने रोक रखा है. सो इट डज नॉट मैटर whether the cash received or not, but amount become due to pay or due to receive, that become accrued. वो पैसा accrue हो चुका है. मिल जाना चाहिए था या दे देना चाहिए था, बट दैट इज नॉट रिसीव्ड और नॉट पेड. So the rent services rendered or the goods sold on credit, amount become due, to pay or to receive, does not matter whether cash received or not, cash paid or not, should be recorded in the books of accounts. And due to this concept, accrual concept, some items or sometime the advances are also paid or advances are received. Mean before due date the amount was paid, amount received, which is called prepaid or advance paid or received. And due to this concept, some practices are there, that is prepaid expenses, advance expenses, which is called outstanding expenses, accrued income, outstanding mean which is due but not paid, amount due to pay जो बाकी है, accrued income, income due but not received, unaccrued income, income received in advance. These were came into existence and now it is recorded in the books of account. That is called accrual concept. Next is revenue recognition concept. Revenue means income. Only those incomes should be taken into account which is recognized that this income is generated or it will certainly generate. No revenue should be taken into account where there is suspicion. वो कोई इनकम हम नहीं लेंगे जो सस्पिशियस है, पता नहीं है इनकम की नहीं है, not known. Only those income we will consider which are certainly recovered or certainly earned. Example is that suppose an order were received to supply the goods rupees 5 lakh. It does not mean the supply being completed, does not mean the income being earned. That order may be cancelled. On the other hand, nowadays you all are very much aware or very much familiar with the Sky Shop, that is online trading. In that online trading, these trader offers the prospective customers, if you buy it and if it is not approved by you, then we will return it within 1 month, within 15 days. 15 दिन 1 महीने में इसको आप वापस कर देंगे unless it is damaged. अगर आपने इसको खराब कर दिया है और इट इज और इन्फॉर्म आपने नहीं किया वो टाइम पीरियड, तो मान लिया जाएगा कि वो आपने परचेज कर लिया. तो ये बिजनेसेस 1 महीने का आपको समय दे रहे हैं, आप चाहे तो इसको वापस कर सकते हैं और फुल कैशबैक यू कैन टेक. तो क्या वो बिजनेस 1 महीने तक उसको कंफर्म सेल माने या ना माने? That is not confirmed sale, because within 1 month it can be changed or returned by the customer जिसने वो ऑर्डर दिया था, क्योंकि बिजनेस ने वो मौका दिया है उसको. तो दैट इज कॉल्ड रेवेन्यू इज नॉट रिकॉग्नाइज्ड. वो रेवेन्यू अभी रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं है, सो इट शुड नॉट कंसिडर इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स. एग्जाम्पल दूसरा लेते हैं. Suppose your books are closing on 31st March. On 25th March, you supplied goods or sold goods to the party with condition that you can return it within 15 days. 15 दिन में आप इसको वापस कर सकते हो, अदरवाइज वी विल नॉट टेक इट रिटर्न. तो 15 दिन कब पड़ेगा? आफ्टर 25th March. 15 days will lie on the 10th of April in the next year, next financial year, next accounting period. So up to 31st March, the sales being not recognized, revenue is not recognized, it will not take into record as sales, it is not an income. That is called revenue recognition concept. Now next is the timeliness. Very important. टाइमलीनेस. हर चीज टाइम में होना चाहिए. हर चीज का एक समय होता है. काम तो हुआ लेकिन समय के बाद हुआ तो बेकार. Likewise in the books, in the accountancy, accounting period is there. The books should be closed after the 12 months. The books are closing on 31st March. That should be closed on 31st March. But it is not possible to close at the same day, same date. 31 मार्च को क्लोज हो रहा है तो 31 मार्च को ही हम बुक क्लोज कर देंगे, बिकॉज अप टू द 31st मार्च द होल डे द बिजनेस वाज इन एक्टिव मोड, बिजनेस वे आर डीलिंग. तो 31 मार्च तक की रिकॉर्डिंग सारी आएगी. किताबों को लिखना है, इतना इजी काम नहीं. बट इट इज सेड that should be closed, that should be maintained, the total financial statement should be prepared quickly. जल्दी से जल्दी बनना चाहिए. Suppose if the books are closing on 31st March, but the financial statement of business is prepared in up to 30th September in the next year, it took more time. In this period of time, enough time is there. So what business will decide on the basis of the previous report? पिछले साल के जो 31st मार्च बीता है उस तक जो भी एक्टिविटी हुई है, परफॉर्मेंस आई है, उसमें जो भी इम्प्रूवमेंट करने हैं, जो भी डिसीजन लेने हैं, जो भी आपको प्लान बनाने हैं, इट विल डिलेड, इट इज डिलेड. तो नेक्स्ट ईयर यू विल नॉट गेट द बेनिफिट ऑफ इट. आपने 6 महीने तक कोई उस पर प्लान नहीं किया और 6 महीने तक के सारे समय निकल गए आपके. सो टाइमलीनेस, इट शुड बी प्रिपेयर्ड, क्लोज्ड क्विकली, एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल. टाइमलीनेस मैक्सिमम 1 month, 2 month is enough to prepare. Up to 3rd month it is to be presented before the management, top level management, because management is the ultimate decision maker. Then management will see, analyze it and interpret it, then after will make the decision and make the further plan for the more growth and more improvement. So this timeliness concept is very important. Evidence and objectivity concept. Evidence mean whatever transactions take place in the business, that should be supported by some document. Without supporting document, no transactions are considered that it is fair transaction, it is true transaction. Even the books, it is recorded, but no document against it is there, no supporting documents are there. That should be treated as fake transaction. And accounting principle does not consider these fakes. So all the transactions, either small or big transactions, even that is insignificant, but that should be supported by some document. That is objectivity concept. Objectivity means The transaction taken place must have some objectives. What objectives? So many transactions are there in the business. Some of the very significant nature, some of them are very insignificant nature. The significant mean even that is having the very low cost but very important for the business purposes. That should be recorded in the book separately. Besides of this, some items are there very insignificant, maybe of the more cost. छोटे छोटे खर्चे हो सकते हैं. So many expenses, so many items are there very insignificant. If you write all these transactions separately, it will take more place, more space, and more time. So all these small insignificant transactions must be merged in one and recorded in the books, such as sundry expenses. Several expenses are there. Miscellaneous, several. So miscellaneous, sundry expenses, miscellaneous and sundry. These words are used to record all that transactions. Verification concept. Every transaction recorded in the books of accounts must be verified by the evidences presented. Whatever the bills, vouchers are there, that should be matched. The bills or vouchers of that relevant transactions, related transactions, the date, the amount, and the same date, same amount, same items, same quantity is presented in the books of accounts or not. Those should be cross-checked, verified. Then it will give the true and fair view. That is called verification concept. Materiality concept. According to materiality concept, same as in the objectivity concept, materiality concept is also there regarding the insignificant items. But one more thing is to be added in it. That is, if the amount, total of amount is counted in the fraction of money, पैसे में आ रहा है, that is counted in the पैसे, रुपए पैसे हैं हमारे देश में, so that should be rounded off, उसको round off कर देना चाहिए. If that is more than 50 पैसे, it should be rounded in 1. That is less than 50 पैसे, that should be nil. 2 रुपए 52 पैसे should be 3. 2 रुपए 48 पैसे should be 2. That is called rounding off that amount. In addition to the objectivity concept, materiality concept is there. Now, conventions. Some conventions are also there, which we will study. Conventions mean the common practices of the business enterprise, the traditions of that business, the usage of that business is called conventions. Now, the conventions, very first convention, convention of conservatism. Second, convention of full disclosure. Convention of consistency. Convention of industrial practice. These are the some conventions. Convention of conservatism. Conservatism means the thought of the business enterprise is little bit rigid regarding the losses may occur. सीधी सी बात है, थोड़ा सा बिजनेसमैन या निराशावादी है, is pessimistic. It is presumed by the business enterprises that in future some losses may occur. That is conservatism. Some losses may occur in future. ये मान के चलता है, because there are more risks. The businessman is carrying the business with view, with intent to earn profit or income. But there is some risk because of uncertainty. So businessman always presumes the some losses may occur. वो लॉस को भी मान के चलता है. The losses may occur as a safeguard. To meet these losses in future which will occur, businessman makes some reserves and provisions. उन losses को, the liabilities may raise or the losses may occur in future, whether that is known or unknown, the amount is certain or uncertain. As a safeguard, for the safety point of view, business creates or makes some reserves and provision to meet that future losses or the liabilities. That is called convention of conservatism. And the reserves are created, that is general reserve, created out of profit to meet the unknown losses or liability. जो लोन नहीं है. Likewise, the provisions are created for the known losses, but the amount is not certain. That is created irrespective of profit or loss. So reserves are created only out of profit. If there is loss, it will not be raised or created. But the provisions are created only, not only from out profit, but even the loss is there, it should be created. It is mandatory. As per accounting standard 1, the basic perception, basic concept is that of accounting standard 1, that there is uncertainty in the collectibility from the debtors. So that uncertainty may cause the future loss. From whom? From debtors, the known loss, but amount is not known. So one create the provision for doubtful debts, for bad debts, that is called provision for doubtful or provision for bad debts. This particular provisions are created or reserves are created only with the convention of conservatism. Likewise, provision for repairs and renewals. Whatever the machines are there or the vehicles are there which may require some repairs or renewals. May require, not necessarily. So one provision, one amount should be kept separate to meet that repairing charges or renewals charges. The provision for repairs and renewals, likewise provision for depreciation, likewise provision for discount on debtors. These provisions are created on the basis of the convention of conservatism. Now next is the convention of full disclosure. Convention of full disclosure, as the name to be full disclosure, everything should be open. This practice is there in the business. Whatever activity is being done or the performances are there, transactions being made, nothing should be hidden. Every aspect should be fully disclosed in the books of accounts. That should be truly and fairly presented in the books of accounts without any fail, without hiding it. Why? To get the true position, true picture. Even if there is some contingent liability, mean that liability which may occur on the happening of some events, that should also be disclosed according to the accounting policies, accounting standard 1, that is should be fully disclosed in the books of accounts. Contingent liabilities are there, it is not recorded in the books of accounts, but it should be shown as the note in the financial statement. That is called convention of full disclosure. Now, the convention of consistency. The consistency means constant in one form. Whatever the accounting methodology being applied to maintain the books of accounts, that should be consistently applied. Do not change the accounting methodology. Here I am not talking about the calculation methodology. The accounting maintenance. How to maintain? If we are adapting double entry system should be applied regularly, continuously, consistently. That is called constant. That is called consistency. As well as the assets are concerned, the charging of depreciation, there is several methods of charging depreciation. That is called method of calculation of depreciation. Depreciation is there. Constantly it will charge. But the method of calculating the depreciation is the different thing. So, the method of charging depreciation may change, but the accounting methodology should not be changed. That is called consistency. Now, last is the convention of industrial practice. It is new one after the liberalization of the industries. All the industries which are engaged in the manufacturing or production of the goods, they must apply the generally acceptable principles of the industry which are in practice. The other industries are practicing something, the industry should apply it. The accounting principles are there, industry, that is applied only on industry. जो इंडस्ट्रीज में जो प्रैक्टिस में है उस हिसाब से उनको मेंटेन करना चाहिए. Likewise, all the industries are under obligation to take measures against the pollution. Several pollutions they are there: air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. The several measures are there, as well as they must take care and spend some amount, make some reserves, and make some amount separate for the health of the workers. They must maintain the greeneries, take proper measures against the accidents, damages. These are certain industrial practice which require some accounting process to maintain all these things, to keep care of all these things. That is conventions. So we learned about the accounting principle, concepts and conventions. Now it is accounting principle which make you capable to understand the accounting process. Be careful about the accounting principle, understand it. The whole accounting process is based on the same principles. Everything what are you doing, while recording, while posting, while making the travelers or trading profit loss account, all these are based on these accounting principles. Now it is enough for today. Have a good day. Thank you.